back, humor consumers, to the Life Happens, Laugh Anyway podcast. I'm comedian Tracy DeGraff.
And I'm Catherine, co-host and bestie.
Welcome to the Pod Lab, bestie.
Glad to be here.
I am hot. That's why I'm fanning myself.
Yep.
I just took a shower, and I love to take super hot showers.
Yeah.
And I swear, it brought my whole body temperature up.
Yeah, it's kind of a warmish day, too.
Yeah, and we don't have the air on, so anyway, I'm hot, so I'm fanning myself.
Yeah.
Friends, we are at episode number 226, and the title of today's episode is Did You Know? Random Interesting Facts.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
It is going to be fun. So what we're going to do is Catherine's going to share with you what she thinks is weird and interesting and random, and then I'm going to share, we might even have some crossover.
We might. Mm-hmm.
Because we haven't discussed, we want to make it fresh for you all.
Yes.
Your fresh reactions. And then after we're done sharing and chatting and hopefully find something interesting and engaging, we have a scripture to share, as always.
Yeah.
That's how we roll here on our podcast. And then we didn't discuss the call to action. It'll bubble up as we talk.
Yeah.
You guys will figure it out. And before we get into that, Catherine, would you please share with our listeners how they can support our podcast?
You can support us by going to tracydegraff.com, and that's Tracy, Tracy, DeGraff, DEGRAAF. .com. And most of our sponsors contribute $5 a month, and that helps us put this podcast on. We have a platform we pay for reoccurring every month, and we also we did one update so far, right?
We did?
With the updated microphones.
Oh, we've done, we've updated these little arm thingies.
Right.
And the
mics.
Microphones, and also whatever those cloud booster things are that are underneath the table here.
Yeah, and we're trying to do better on video and be more pro, so that's what your contributions help us to do. And we so much appreciate our current sponsors. Thank you so much for not only tuning in, but also for contributing.
Yes, we haven't forgotten about you, and we hope that you
not.
don't forget about us. And for those of you that tune in every week, but you're not sponsoring, get out your wallets. Come on now.
You don't even have to do that. You can just, get online, clickety-clack.
Clickety-clack and come on back.
It takes seconds to get that little security number that they give you. The bank says, we're going to send you a code.
That's right.
You don't even have to memorize it.
That's right. So we appreciate all your support and love. All right, Catherine, let's get into it. What kind of weird stuff did you find? Weird and interesting. And
yes,
random.
Some is just random and kind of interesting. I thought anyway, hopefully that others will think. My first one on the list is, how many decisions a day do you think the average person makes? An adult.
Wait, let me guess.
Yeah, that's what I want you to do.
Okay, so how many decisions per day?
Yeah.
Okay, how many? 100.
A day?
Is it more? Is it less?
It's way more.
It is?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many is it?
It's 35,000 decisions.
No, it is not.
Yes, it is, and I looked at several sites. 2,000 per hour, or one every 2 seconds.
Stop it.
Yeah.
No, that can't be.
Yeah.
I'm choosing now to
Google it. De-Google.
I don't get it.
You don't realize how many you're actually making. For example, let's say just doing this research.
Okay.
Well, before we had to first come up with what are we going to do, right? Then you start looking things up, and then you think to yourself, and this is all within seconds, is this going to be worth
my time?
This particular paragraph I'm reading? It's
35,000. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, what you got?
Oh, we're going to go one for one?
Yeah, we talked about that.
Well, okay. I
What
thought
did you think?
you were going to go over your whole list.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have mine is in a list of 20 things. Like 20 things. How many things do you have?
I have 12, but a couple of them have several
Okay, it doesn't
points.
matter.
Yeah.
Your stomach gets a new lining every 3 to 4 days.
What?
Yes.
I love it.
Your stomach. Gets a new
Wow.
lining. You know how Lindy is always talking about leaky gut and gut
Yeah.
biome, microbiome, and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Has to do with that. And you can change it. Like if you're eating crap and junk and
Yeah.
whatever, and I don't know what it does to your gut, but you can improve your gut.
Wow. Well, at least we're not like cows. I think they have 2 stomachs.
That's not
I'm
on
so
my
glad
list.
we're not like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait. You know what happens if your stomach didn't do that? It would digest itself.
Really?
That's what
That
it said.
is wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That is amazing.
It's a good thing that it works then.
Yeah. Okay. What I'm gonna. Some of these are gonna be in
That's
quiz
okay.
form.
I like that.
What's the most common misspelled word in Illinois?
Illinois.
You would think it is not.
Potawatomi.
No, it is. Hold on.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
That's on the list for a different state.
Oh, boy. Okay, what is it?
Illinois does not know how to spell congratulations.
Did they use a D? Congrat.
They might.
Congrats.
So
it's
it's
congrat.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Probably didn't know how to spell dilapidated. Dated. I still don't.
Never mind. Oh. Okay,
Okay.
congratulations.
Yeah. How about the most common misspelled word in America?
In America, liquid.
No,
What is it?
definitely.
Oh, that one is a little tricky.
It is. So is. And number 2 is separate. Separate. Not so.
I am a terrible speller.
You know, I'm surprised vacuum's not on here, but it is
yeah,
interesting. Number
vacuum.
3 is necessary.
Vacuum gets me with those C's and U's.
Uh-huh.
Well, which way is it? How do you spell vacuum?
Well, it's not on here, as I said, but I spelled it as 1 C and 2 U's.
You think that's right?
I think so.
All right. I'll
But
take
anyway.
your word for it.
And I'm just going to say this real quick. Number 10, I'm surprised is not higher on the list. It's restaurant. It's a tricky one. Restaurant.
Yeah, the U is sort of.
The AU, like I used to get it mixed up. Does it go at the end, RAUNT, or is it in the middle? Which it's in the middle.
Okay.
All right.
Got our spelling.
Yep.
All right, mine. Next one. You're taller in the morning than you are at night.
No.
That's what it says. The science people say that.
Oh, that's
There's a
so-
reason for it. You are up to a ½ inch taller because your spine decompresses while you sleep.
Well, that is
Isn't
interesting.
that something?
Yes.
Start measuring myself.
Right. That is really cool.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So the next one I have are, do you know these little facts about butterflies? A lot of people know things about butterflies, but I tried to find some that are not so common. And I'm going to start off with, the butterfly effect.
Wait, before you say your butterfly stuff,
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear it because I shared with Catherine that we're going to a butterfly exhibit tomorrow
Yeah.
in
And
Fort Wayne, Indiana with my daughter-in-law and my son.
you can maybe help be the tour guide.
Okay, tell me, enlighten me.
Okay. One of a butterfly's first job after it emerges from its chrysalis is to assemble its mouth parts.
What?
It is born, or I guess reborn, with the mouth pieces separated.
Wow.
And it's doomed if it can't drink. It has to drink the nectar, okay? And so then I put on here.
Wait a minute. So
Yes.
the little
lips.
No, wait. You said it has to assemble its mouth.
Yeah.
Okay. Does it do it with its little hands? Like
No, in fact, it says, now I don't know where I have it, but it says that if you watch them, you can see them go practicing with their mouth because they're getting it ready. Like when someone puckers up,
Okay.
it's, I guess, a little bit like that.
That's hilarious.
Isn't that? See what I mean? Like, I knew the world. Okay, and I'm only going to be able to touch, like, a tiny bit of this. 'Cause
Oh, you think?
Remember I said that I was, like, on a rabbit trail?
Yeah.
There's
Just about butterflies.
just about butterflies, and that's God for you.
It
I mean,
is.
everything from their wings have dimples in them like a golf ball. And the golf ball has those dimples so that it will fly.
further.
Aerodynamics. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with the butterfly wings.
Wow.
I know.
How long do butterflies live?
Well, it depends on what kind of butterfly. They usually are 2 to 6 weeks, Tracy.
Okay.
But the monarch butterfly will live up to 9 weeks. And then, of course, I think most people know that the monarch butterfly and another one, I forget now, they can migrate. They instinctively know to migrate to, in our case, it would go to South America, I think. I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me. But it's to another continent.
For the climate.
Yeah, but some of them, it takes 6 different generations because they die off. So, funny, it's kind of like the Hebrews when they took, like forever to get somewhere. It's because, families die off, they reproduce. It's the same with the butterflies.
Wow. Who knew?
One more thing I'll say about butterflies.
Mm-hmm.
They do, especially the male butterflies, this thing called puddling.
Mm.
And what they do is, so butterflies don't only have nectar. And by the way, they eat with their feet. I don't know why they have the lips. I know that's for sucking up, but there are others.
They drink with their lips and they eat with their feet.
They do.
Wait,
Yeah.
the food goes into the feet, or they put the...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Can you imagine if we did that? Wouldn't it be great? You'd walk
I'd
into
starve.
No, you'd walk into a restaurant and you would take your seat, and then your food would be served up at your feet.
It'd be like when I got my first pedicure and I put my foot up on the table to dry because I thought that's what you had to do. Also, they don't poop, by the way, butterflies. But back to the puddling.
Why? You cannot say they don't poop and then just leave that hanging. What do you mean?
It says butterflies, they drink their nectar and use every bit of this food source's energy, but that means, and because of that, they don't poop
They
or
don't
pee.
have waste. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And the puddling is mostly the males,
Mm-hmm.
because not only do they need the nectar, but they need minerals, and they get that from mud puddles, and they use it. It helps them to fly better, and it aids the females during reproduction.
Okay. When you said puddling, I imagined like they pee to puddle, but
No.
then you said they don't pee. So
Yeah. Anyway,
Wow.
there's many other very interesting facts about God's created butterflies.
and they're beautiful.
And they're beautiful. And they, I'll just say this real quick too.
Yes.
Their colors are really just a reflection of the light going through their wings. They look like they have multicolored, besides the monarch. But it's something with the light,
Wow.
actually.
Well, isn't that something?
Yeah.
All right. My number 3 is you produce, because all my stuff was human stuff. I was fascinated by human weird stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So humans produce enough saliva in our lifetime to fill 2 swimming pools.
No.
Yeah. I don't know how big the swimming pools are, but that's
Oh, yeah,
what it
that
says.
could be. Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty interesting, right?
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
I love that.
All right. And guys, they just hawk it up and spit it out,
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't want to talk about that. Okay. I was looking up the weirdest bird in the world, and there were 10 of them, but the one I selected is called a greater sage grouse or grouse. I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
I think it's a grouse.
Is it a grouse?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Really? You
Well-
know that?
Oh, God.
No, I'm interested how you know.
I've heard of a grouse. It's a
Oh.
bird. I don't know about the greater sage one, but
Oh, I never heard that. Anyway,
you look shocked.
well, yeah. Is that okay?
Yes. So what is it about the grouse?
The female inflates her boobs in and out to attract the male.
Well, don't all females do?
And they go, they inflate, deflate, inflate, deflate. And I thought it was hilarious.
That is so funny. Do you know what I found out about boobs?
Huh.
Now, this isn't on my list that I curated, but I did find it out. Humans are the only female species where the boobs stay inflated. Well, most females. Okay, so other species, obviously, they feed their young, right?
Yeah.
So, like dogs or whatever,
Yeah.
their teats
Right.
might get poofy because it's time to feed the babies.
Yeah.
Okay, human women females are the only species where the boobs stay inflated. They might, I mean,
well-
obviously when they're full of milk, they're fuller.
Yeah.
But,
right.
but isn't that interesting?
Yeah, I had no idea that other creatures.
They go down. Like gorillas and whatever, chimpanzees and
Oh,
all those things.
that could be why you can't always tell if it's a male or female.
I guess.
when you look at them.
Yeah. And then certain scientists think that it's because human males like, that. But other scientists say that's not it. So I don't know. I'm just like, oh, that's interesting.
That is very interesting.
Different.
Okay, who makes up the largest percent of pet owners?
Who makes up the largest percent of pet owners?
Yeah, like
Males,
generational,
females,
generational,
I don't,
millennials.
I'm surprised that it's not the boomers because there's so many boomers.
They came in at some point, but it's not where you would have thought. And what percentage of households own a pet?
70%.
Yeah, I would have thought higher as well. It's only 66.
Oh, well, I was darn close with 70.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting pet talk there. Okay, where was I? Oh, here we go. The human nose can detect over 1 trillion smells.
1 trillion?
1 trillion.
Now, I would have thought a dog, but not a human.
And as a writer, I think it was the Stephen King book that I read about writing. Remember that one many years ago? And you read it too, I think, or you knew about it.
Yeah, it was,
Well,
my
it
book.
talks about the sense of smell being one that can most readily bring a
memory.
reader into your story.
Yeah.
And so there was encouragement to use the sense of smell to engage your reader to visualize and to smell whatever you're trying to describe to them.
Very
A
interesting.
trillion.
Yeah. Yeah, that is really cool. Okay, let's see. What do I have next? Oh, I looked up the strangest baby names,
Oh,
and of course there's a list.
okay.
But I just picked out 2. They're a set of twins in India, and they're called COVID and Corona.
Really?
Really, really. Yeah, there were some real doozies. Yeah.
Wow.
And then I'm going to give you another one. In 2016, a Welsh woman named her child this, but a judge banned it. Said, no, can't do it. Cyanide.
Wow. Why would you name your child cyanide?
Well, you know, there's just, yeah,
Or COVID?
Corona.
Corona's kind of a pretty word, but, with the...
Yeah, but when
Anyway, no. All right.
Okay.
I guess people can reproduce, but maybe they shouldn't.
Right.
My number 5 is human beings shed around 600,000 skin cells every hour.
Every hour. Wow.
Yeah.
I did hear that we shed a lot, and that
600,000
that's
skin
crazy.
cells.
I also heard that that's what makes up a lot of the dust we have in our homes.
I mean, it's like a constant snowstorm. You're just walking snowstorms.
I know.
Phyllis Diller used to have a joke about that, about how she's not dying, she's just decaying or something like that. She's just going to shed, and eventually her
Ew.
body is just going to be gone.
Oh, nasty.
I'm not doing her justice, but it's some kind of thing like that.
Yeah.
All right, what's your next one?
This one's not as fun, but here it is anyway. Top 10 most popular. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the old lady names and old man names that are coming back. Well, I guess this is it. Of 2024 for girls: Olivia, Emma, Amelia, Charlotte, Mia, Sophia. I'm only going to do 6.
Pretty. They're beautiful.
They are, and for
way better than COVID
yes,
and Corona.
yes, and for old man names that are really popular again. Liam, that's been around a long time though. Noah, Oliver, Theodore, James, Henry. I'll stop there.
I love them.
Yeah.
I like traditional names, and it seems like those are like that.
Yes.
All right. I want you to guess, what is the strongest muscle based on size in the human body?
Based on size,
The strongest muscle based on size in the human body.
the brain a muscle?
No.
Okay. Based on size. Thigh.
Wrong. Beep.
What is it?
It's called the masseter, and
Oh.
it's your jaw muscle. It's
Really?
your jaw.
Oh.
So when you're talking and eating,
Oh
you
my
know?
gosh. Like a pit bull?
It's your jaw.
Oh, wow.
Strongest muscle based on size.
That is definitely interesting.
Yeah. I should be winning competitions with my strong muscle as much as I talk and eat. It's quite a workout.
Gosh. Wow.
Yeah. All right, what you got?
Okay. Top 10 international tourism destinations.
Okay. International.
Number 1.
London.
No.
Oh, what is it?
France. So it's just by country. France is number 1, 2 is Spain, 3 is United States.
Oh, all right. Well, we're in the top 3.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've found that the United States has 3 of the most popular actual like destinations.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the number 1 was Vegas. In fact, I know it was Vegas. And I was surprised because Dubai is very, very popular now. Like a lot of people go there and it has a lot to offer. But I guess Vegas is on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot to do. It's a city that never sleeps or whatever.
Yeah.
My number 7 was your ears and your nose never stop growing.
Oh, I know.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And you could see it too on older people, especially men, because they don't have any hair to hide it.
For
Like their
sure.
ears, they're ginormous.
Plus, a lot of men are larger in stature anyway
Mm-hmm.
than women. Women have, not all women, but a lot of women have more petite, like, features.
Yeah. But it's funny because one's eyes don't grow with those ears and nose. So, yeah, but your eyes get more beady and your nose gets bigger and your ears get bigger. Your eyes are kind of swallowed up by skin. And, it's just.
That's when you get that procedure where it pulls your
Oh, yeah.
eyebrow
get
away
that.
from your eyeball.
Yeah. Gravity. Okay. What is the happiest country in the world? And 8 years in a row, by the way.
Oh, okay. The happiest country in the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's not America, that's for sure.
It is not.
Right.
And by
Is
the
it
way,
Canada?
no,
Okay.
it's Finland.
Finland.
Yeah. I would imagine it'd be too cold
Yeah.
and I'd be miserable.
It's probably nice there right now.
Yeah, maybe. But so, yeah, and they do have legit studies and what they base it on and blah, blah, blah. But we don't want to get into the weeds with that.
Okay, here's a question for you about Finland. Isn't it a relatively small country,
I don't
population-wise?
Well, I would imagine they're factoring in ratios, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't think it's any smaller than, there's a lot of small countries.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. The way that my brain went is the more people you have in a crowded space, the more, like, misery. You know what I mean?
Perhaps, but I would imagine that, you know, like England's the same size-ish. I mean, I don't know that for sure, but it looks like it.
Right. Their
they're-
geography, but what about their population? England probably has a lot more people in that little space.
Yeah, probably. I don't
You know, you
don't know.
shove 50 people in a closet, Catherine, it's going to get real fast.
Especially with you.
If you got
your
two,
claustrophobia.
oh my gosh, yeah,
Yeah.
forget it. All right.
Okay.
Is it my turn?
I think it's your turn.
You just did Finland.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your pinky finger. This one was interesting to me. Your pinky contributes about 50% of your hand strength.
Wow.
Doesn't that
Your
sound...
pinky?
Your pinky.
Really?
Yeah. Now, okay, here's an experiment. So give me a pinky swear. Okay, you know how you're
Ow.
getting a pinky. Now try to do that with your ring finger. So it's like it's more awkward.
Oh, yeah.
And even like the other fingers, I think it's like its position on the hand.
Yeah.
You know, even though it's small in size, it gets
That's
it
weird.
gets a lot of workout over here. Can you do
Yes.
this?
No, I cannot do that.
You can't?
No.
Can you do this?
Oh, wait.
Can you do this
I
one?
couldn't before.
How
But look it, I can now.
about this?
I don't think. No. We're trying to split or I can't do that.
Oh, isn't that weird?
Yeah.
That's got to mean something about your dexterity or
I don't know.
whatever.
I
Anyway.
cannot do that. Oh, that's funny.
All right. Anyway, you can't see us because we're on a podcast, but we have our video. We're trying to get video in here. So
Yeah.
bear with us. We're just playing with our fingers.
Speaking of hand therapy,
Yes.
so today I did all kinds of things, and I had to take these pegs that are in front of me and then just drop them behind me into like this bucket.
Oh, really?
Drop it in there.
For your physical therapy, occupational therapy stuff?
Occupational therapy it's actually for tennis elbow, tendonitis, and a couple other issues I have, but that's one of them. And
Wait,
it's just funny.
you pick it up in front of you and then you drop it
And
to
I
the
just
back.
drop it. So it's just, using dexterity. It's grabbing they look like kids' toys. They're little plastic.
Really?
Yeah. And then I pick it up, drop it behind me.
That's
That's just
interesting.
one of them. Yeah.
Fun.
It's pretty interesting. Okay. What do I have? Oh, countries with the highest consumption of sugar.
Oh,
and
the U.S.
U.S. is definitely number 1. Guess what number 2 is, though?
Canada.
It is Germany.
Oh, all that sugar, all the sweets. They have a lot of sweets.
They do
over
have
there.
a lot of sweets.
A lot of
And most
cookies.
of their consumption is in sweets, desserts, cakes, cookies, beverages.
Yeah.
Same as us. And the Netherlands would be after that, and then Ireland.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, did you know that your bones are stronger than steel by weight?
Really?
Yeah.
Steel?
By weight, yes. Ounce for ounce, your femur is stronger than a steel rod of the same size. You are literally built
Like
ounce
a
per
rock.
ounce. Yeah.
Like
a
Chevy.
rock.
I'm thinking about how easy it is to break a bone, but it's not easy to break a piece of steel. But it's not talking about like density, or is it? I don't get it.
It just says that you're stronger by weight. I don't know. The rest of it, whatever you said. I'm just reading it off the page.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. All right. And lastly, the most charitable countries in the world. What are they?
I think the U.S. is very generous.
The U.S. is most charitable. And then, according to the World Giving Index, and this is more than one site that says this, Indonesia is repeatedly one of the world's most generous countries. It's actually number 1. It's ranked number 1.
Wow.
Yeah.
Indonesia.
I thought that the U.S. was for sure on all of that, but on charitable things they are.
Well, that's
Whatever that means.
very sweet.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
All right, I'll just run through my list quickly, the rest of them, what I have. The acid in your stomach is strong enough to dissolve metal.
Wow.
I know.
That is crazy.
Yet some people have a struggle with dairy. So how does that work?
Also, yeah, like Coca-Cola or a cola can, eat away at your insides too. Like it could
Shouldn't
eat
drink that
rust.
stuff. Humans glow in the dark. It's called bioluminescence, but it's 1,000 times weaker than our eyes can detect. So basically, we can't see it, but we glow in the dark.
Yeah, I think I have
that
heard
weird?
that. Yeah, because like you could pick it up on a heat sensor thing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that. And your liver can regenerate itself. So
What? Really?
If your liver, I don't know, gets damaged or whatever, that's why alcoholics can get better. Like their liver, if it's beyond the point, if it's not too bad, it can regenerate itself, can get better. Goosebumps, they claim here, are a leftover response from when we had more body hair. I'm like, okay, I don't know if I'm buying that one, but whatever.
Oh my gosh.
They claim that goosebumps helped us look bigger to predators. Oh, I don't know.
For humans?
That's what it says. I don't know if I'm buying it, but whatever.
So, thinking when the boogeyman comes, he sees
Here
my
comes
hairy
my
bleep.
goosebumps.
He's gonna go.
Okay.
Oh no, way too hairy.
We're going to talk about your hair in a minute. Just
Oh.
a second. Your taste buds die and regenerate every 10 to 14 days.
Yeah, I feel like that makes sense, or I've heard that.
So
on
I'm
your tongue.
curious about all these people that lost their taste and smell during COVID.
Yeah,
If they've regained it now.
yeah, that's very interesting.
I never lost my taste and smell,
I did.
but you have it back.
Oh yeah, I had
Okay,
it back
praise
shortly
God.
after. Yeah,
Well,
but I know some people did not.
Never got it back or took a while?
I don't know now. Like your cousin.
I haven't asked her lately if she got it back. I'm gonna have to ask her. Okay, you can't breathe and swallow at the same time. You can't do it. Can't breathe and swallow at the same time. So every time you are swallowing, you are not breathing.
Really?
That's what it says.
Well,
I knew you would try it right away.
well, yeah, didn't you when you read it?
Yes, I did. I did. Okay, just two more. The average adult has about 100,000 miles of blood cells. Blood vessels. 100,000 miles of blood vessels.
Wow.
It's enough to wrap around the earth 4 times.
Okay, yeah, I've heard that before.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, final one. Your belly button is an ecosystem. It can host 60 different types of bacteria.
Ew.
I know, gross.
Oh.
All right, let's
Do you
talk.
clean your belly button?
Do I clean it?
Yeah. Like in the shower?
I don't like get in there.
Well, I do not.
You don't?
I don't stand there and go with a rag or. I mean,
don't either.
I'll take the soap over my whole self, but
Right.
I don't go, I don't dig.
Apparently, you have an innie. You have an innie, right?
Don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, yeah. I think most people do. I wonder now.
About
We'll
the
have to
innie and the outie thing?
next episode. Who
Has a belly button.
more innies or
I
outies?
wonder if there's a device. All right, let's move on. I want to talk about leg hair facts. Okay. Did you know that leg hair is hormonal real estate? As women age, especially post-menopausal, hormonal shifts can affect where and how much hair grows. Testosterone levels may remain steady while estrogen drops, causing hair to vanish in some places and suddenly appear in others. Chin. Get it? What are you laughing at?
Not saying.
Oh.
Not appropriate.
Shaving. Not appropriate. Okay. Shaving doesn't make it grow back thicker. It doesn't.
Okay, I've read about that, and they say it doesn't, but it is coarser.
Okay. Some women grow more leg hair with age, and some grow less. And it's just sort of a random thing. It's just not fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hair growth increases in warm weather and when you're well fed. It's something to do with blood circulation.
Wait, say that again.
It says here that, hold on, let me go back. Hair growth increases in warm weather and when you're well fed. So you're,
Well, I must be really well fed.
You're hot.
Because
You're hot and well fed.
I am like an ape. In fact, the inside jacket of the old Rolling Stones album, it's like a hairy leg and a high heel.
That's you.
It's literally me.
Oh my gosh. Wait, get this next one. Each follicle is doing its own thing. Every hair follicle on your leg operates independently in its own little growth cycle, growing, resting, and shedding. Mm-hmm. You get it?
I do. I get like 3 steel rods coming out of one
pore.
one follicle. And I've had hot tub folliculitis probably because my, whatever they're called, pores are so huge from all the big hair pushing through.
And I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum.
I know.
Okay, so get this. This is me. You may stop shaving your legs entirely at some point, and it's totally normal. For many women over 60, leg hair naturally thins to the point where shaving is no longer necessary.
Yeah. I don't know if that's going to happen for me. My mom, she didn't really stop slowing down. She was just about 80. And,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. So I thought you would find it interesting. I wasn't going to tell the audience about your hairy legs, but you outed yourself.
Well, I shave them, but
Right.
if I can, as you know, I could be clean shaven just out of the shower and boom, get a chill, out they come.
See?
Steel rods.
There you go.
That's horrible.
You could scare away predators.
I could scare away predators.
Oh, gosh. Well, that's all I have on my list.
Well, that was fun.
It was fun. We're going to have to do another one
Definitely.
of these. And, part 2, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let me go back to my scripture verse because we always share a little bit of scripture. And I said it was Psalm 139. And where did it go? Psalm 139, I thought it was verse 14, wasn't it, Kat?
I don't recall. Oh, yeah, I think it is.
For some reason, I lost it.
Well, we kind of know it by heart.
Yeah, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. We know that full well. Psalm 139, I think it's verse 14, so check us out, friends. All right, let's give a call to action. What would you say would be an encouragement to our listeners after listening to all of these weird random facts?
Well, I would say that the world is an oyster, that there are so many interesting things in nature alone that God has made.
True.
That you can have a deeper appreciation for. And if you can't see it around you, you can Google it. I looked up the most fascinating, I didn't even include it in our episode, but I looked up the most fascinating events and structures in nature, and it was really neat.
Yeah.
Really, really cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
And, it's right now we're recording, it's in June 2025, and it's summertime. So go to something outdoors and enjoy some butterflies. I don't know, look at some plants and just think about God.
Yeah. There you go.
All right. Well, you've been listening to the Life Happens Laugh Anyway podcast. I'm still comedian Tracy DeGraff.
I'm still Catherine.
See you next time.